home safe. And when it comes to your home, 1 second you feel safe and the next something goes wrong. But with ADT's 24/7 professional monitoring, you still do. When every second counts, count on ADT. Visit ADT.com/Marlins or call 800-750-0647 today. For license information, visit ADT.com.
Visit Mikasuki Casino and Resort, where fortune meets fun. With over 1,800 slot machines, high-stakes bingo, 24/7 poker, and exciting high-limit slots, there's something for everyone to enjoy. From luxurious accommodations and exquisite dining at La Brisa to live entertainment and handcrafted cocktails at Temp Lounge, we thank you for choosing us as the premier casino, resort, brunch, and date night spot in Miami. Reimagined, redesigned. Rediscover Mikasuki Casino and Resort online at mikasuki.com.
At Loan Depot, we're big on home. Home games, home teams, home field advantage, and you better believe it, home runs. For us, home means everything, which is why we're offering more options that make buying your first home easier and more affordable. No matter where you are on your home ownership journey, round the corner to loandepot.com and let us help get you home. That's loandepot.com. We're on deck ready to hit it out of the home ownership park for you. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLC ID number 174475.
Miami Marlins fans, we celebrate every victory together. But when life throws you a curveball, whether you're injured at work, hurt in an accident, or facing a disability, you need a team that knows how to win. At Werner Hoffman, Gregg & Garcia, we fight for you in personal injury, workers' compensation, and disability cases. With decades of experience, we make sure you get the benefits and compensation you deserve. Let us step up to the plate for you. Werner Hoffman, Gregg & Garcia, where Miami's injured find their strength. Call us now or visit wernerhoffman.com. Let's win this together.
Thanks for listening to Miami Marlins Baseball. Marlins Baseball is brought to you by ADT, the official smart security partner of the Miami Marlins, and Norwegian Cruise Line. Experience more at sea. With the 10th Inning Show, here's the voice of the Marlins, Jack McMullen.
How about that ball game, folks? How about that ball game? 6-4, the Marlins get the win over the Texas Rangers in 12 innings on Friday night at Globe Life Field in Arlington, Texas. What a win it was for the Miami Marlins, and they deserved this win. You take a peek at the overall numbers. The Marlins, yes, they outscored the Rangers 6-4. They out-hit the Rangers 14-4. Couple of numbers that jump out there. 14 hits, tremendous on the Marlins. How about the Marlins pitching, holding the Rangers to 4 hits in 12 innings of work? This offense has struggled all year long, but maybe a tip of the cap to the new method that the Marlins are using to call pitches. It is not from the catcher Liam Hicks. It is not from the catcher Agustin Ramirez. It is from the third base dugout, and the Marlins coaching staff is calling pitches from the dugout. They just started that tonight. They plan on doing that moving forward. So for the final 8 games of this season and for all of the 2026 season and beyond. And the Marlins, they limit the Rangers to 4 hits across 12 innings in the first game that they do that. And Jansen Junk was amazing. 7 innings, a 1-run ball. He punched out 5, didn't walk anyone. It takes 2 to tango. It takes the pitching coaches and the coaches in general calling the right pitches, and it takes Junk executing those pitches, and boy, did he execute. Oh, by the way, scoreless inning from Bacher, scoreless 9th from Cade Gibson. Michael Peterson did allow 1 earned run in the 10th, but 2 innings of no earned run baseball from George Soriano in the 11th and 12th. The Marlins had 21 at-bats with runners in scoring position today, and they pay it off with a win 6-4. Dane Myers was a huge integral part of this, and he was standing by with Steven Strom postgame.
Dane, what kind of belief does this team have to come out with the win like tonight?
A lot. It doesn't surprise me, though. Ever since opening day, we were the fighting fish, so I'm not surprised we pulled this one out.
The last couple of days, we've thought you've left the yard. We've thought you've had hits. But when you're rounding first and you see that one go through in the 12th, what's going through your mind?
Thank God. Been a tough stretch. I felt ever since I came off the IL, like you said, I've been putting good at-bats together, just not getting results, but that's part of the game. Results will come if I keep taking at-bats like that.
Tell us the secret on a swim move like that when you steal second.
Yeah, not a good thing to know how to do because it usually means you did something bad base running, but just a lot of practice and experience when the throw beats me there, just swimming like you said.
We saw Alone with the signs. I just saw you embrace them. What kind of comes to mind about tonight with Alone?
It's sick. It's not easy to call pitches, especially at this level. And for him to do that against a lineup like we faced today is pretty cool.
Okay, thanks for the time, man.
Thanks, Stevie.
All right. Thank you, Steven Strawman. Thank you, Dane Myers. Again, such a cool night for Alone Leishman calling those pitches, and such a cool night for the Marlins doing something novel and paying it off with a win 6-4 in 12 innings. We will step aside. When we come back, we'll play the highlights here. 10th inning show continues next on the Marlins Radio Network.
You can have the slider away, but if you get me with a fastball in, I'm going to hammer you.
1-2, a line shot into center. That drops in for a base hit. They're sending Wags, and Moniak's throw back into second. Eric Wagman, the speed demon, in from second base. That's an RBI single for Dane Myers, and the Fish Open scoring. It's 1-0 in the top of the second. Pitch to Liam Hicks. That one smashed high in the air out to right. Freeman is back. He's looking up, and it's gone. Hicksy goes yard, right center field, into the Rocky bullpen, and the two-run shot flips the scoreboard. 3-2 Miami in the top of the third. It's Liam's 6th home run on the year. You got to draft it. Otto, he tomahawks a ball high in the air out to left. No doubt about this one. It's flirting with the concourse in left center. Back-to-back jacks for the Fish. And Otto with home run number 15. A moonshot. 446. And it's 4-2 Fish in the third. 41 and 112. Payoff pitch. Bouncing ball left side. That is through the vacated left side of the infield for a base hit. Marcy scores. Beck's throw goes to second, so Augustine scores as well. It's a 2-run single for Liam Hicks. He's got a 4 RBI day, and he doubles the Marlins' advantage. It's 6-2 in the top of the 7th.
I was hoping that there wasn't a ground ball hit to that side.
First pitch to Troy Johnston, lined into straightaway center. That's in for a base hit. Moniak did not get a great read on that. He's got to play it on his backhand, and that allows Wagaman to score from second. So it's an RBI single for Troy Johnston. So he drills a ball high in the air, left center field. Beck is back. He's looking up, and that thing flies out of here. Heriberto Hernandez just drilled another baseball. Marlins are teeing off.
Marlins Radio Network.
Great win for the Fish. Just a great win for the Fish. 6-4 over the Texas Rangers at Globe Life Field in Arlington in 12 innings. How did this one sound? We actually want to play you a ho-hum flyout in the bottom of the first inning from Jake Berger because it meant something very, very important, not just to the Marlins, but it seems like to the fabric of baseball. It finished off a 1-2-3 inning from Jansen Junk. Anymore. Berger, he lifts one high in the air out to left center field. Marcy converging, working in and to his right, and he makes the catch to end of the inning. 1, 2, 3 innings spun by Jansen Junk, Liam Hicks, and Alone Leishman. So Alone Leishman is the shout there because the Marlins assistant pitching coach, Alone Leishman, was actually calling pitches today. The Marlins coaching staff moving forward will call pitches instead of the catcher or the pitcher. They will do it with signage. They will flash a sequence of numbers, and Liam Hicks, Augustine Ramirez, whoever's doing the catching for the Marlins, will go to that quarterback wristband they wear on their left wrist, take a peek at what those numbers mean, and then punch away for that pitch call on their PitchCom transmitter. So it is a novel concept, but it is something the Marlins are going to try moving forward. They feel very comfortable with it moving forward, and man, did it work tonight. Scoring got going actually in the bottom of the second. Jack Peterson ripped a double down the right field line to kickstart that inning, and after a pair of groundouts, Josh Young got pretty lucky to plate the first run. A one pitch. That one a little dribbler. A swinging bunt down the third base line. Hicks is going to let this thing roll, but it stays fair. That made its way about 40 feet down the third base line, but it's stuck on the edge of the infield turf and the baseline, that dirt baseline down the third base edge. And that is an RBI infield single for Josh Young with 2 men gone. Texas open scoring. It's 1-0 in the bottom of the second. And we've got nothing to play for you through innings 3 through 6. we got to the top of the 7th. Pinch hitter came in to face a lefty. It's the righty Javier Sanoja, and Javi wasted no time knotting this game up. First pitch, Sanoja drills high in the air left field. You got Ozuna ranging back to the track at the wall, and it's gone. Pinch hit bomb for Javier Sanoja. A solo shot knots this game at a run apiece in the top of the 7th. Jansen Junk was no longer in line for a loss, but could he be in line for a win? He did himself some favors. He did hit Jock Peterson with a pitch to open the bottom of the 7th inning, but after Adolis Garcia popped out in foul ground on the left field line, Jonah Heim, he bounced into a DP to end Junk's night. 1-1. That a ground ball over to second, could be 2. Sanoja flips to short for 1. Return to first in time for the double play. Jansen Junk works around the leadoff hit by pitch, and he induces a 4-6-3 DP. Jansen Junk is through 7 innings of 1-run baseball. Jansen Junk, he was fantastic. 7 innings, 3 hits, 1 run. He punched out 5 and did not walk anyone. Fast forward, we go to the 10th, knotted at 1. How did this tie get broken? It was Otto Lopez the other way. Went to Texas, and Otto drives the ball out to right center field. Hellman on the move. He will not get there. That splits the outfielder, slams off the wall in right center. Otto pulls into second. Augustine scores from second. There's the run. It's an RBI double for Otto Lopez, and it's 2-1 fish in the top of the 10th. And how about the second in the top of the 10th? Xavier Edwards hasn't had a plate appearance since last Friday. It's been a week, but X singled his first time up. It was a pinch hit single the other way in the 8th inning, and then as a right-handed bat, more of the same to drive in another run. Milner's 0-1. X, he loops one into right field. That's down for another base hit. Adoli's going to come up and fire. Otto around third. He's headed home. The throw is high. Heim had to jump to grab it, and Otto slid across the plate. X to second on the throw, Weimer to third, and it's an RBI single. It's 3-1 fish in the top of the 10th. But in the bottom of the 10th, the Marlins, it was looking like they were going to secure a W, 3-1 in 10. With 2 men gone, they see Rowdy Tellez. Michael Peterson was buzzing fastballs. Rowdy clipped one. 2-0 to Tellez. That one hit well, out to right center. Tellez admires his work as that sails over the bullpen and gone. That's a game-tying 2-run home run with the Rangers down to their last breath. Their wild card hopes on life support. And Rowdy Tellez just took an EKG to the chest. Tellez slams a 2-run homer, and we're knotted at 3 in the bottom of the 10th. In the 11th, scoreless, top of the 11th inning. And in the bottom of the 11th inning, it seemed like the Rangers were in position to win this contest, but maybe a bad base running decision from Josh Young cost him, but I'll call it a heck of a play from Otto Lopez and Connor Norby. 1-0 pitch, that a bouncing ball over to short. Otto tries throwing to third. The tag is in time. Wow, Josh Young tried pushing to third base on a ground ball, hit to the shortstop Lopez. He squared up, he fired to third. It was a little bit offline, but Norby grabbed it to the inside of the third base bag and swiped the tag on Josh Young. That is a humongous out number 1 on the fielder's choice. They ended up getting out of the 11th unscathed. Into the 12th we went. How about a leadoff double from Jacob Marcy? The pitch. That one ripped down the right field line. That's in for a base hit. It'll plate Augustine from second with ease. Marcy sprinting into second base. He breaks it down there, and that is an RBI go-ahead double. It's 4-3 Marlins in the top of the 12th. 2 hitters later, a guy that was thrusted in for defensive purposes, Brian Navarretto, all he does is come up in big spots. Ready for the 1-0. And he rips that one on the ground. That is a fair ball down the third base line. Brian Navarretto plates another run for the Fish. He chugs into second. And how about this guy? 5 years in between big league opportunities. He homered in his first plate appearance back, and he delivers a humongous RBI double to give the Marlins a 2-run lead in the top of the 12th. And now Brian Navarretto has 2 hits as a Marlin in 2025. They are a home run and an RBI double in the 12th inning of this one. Dane Myers would bounce an RBI single off the glove of the shortstop Ezekiel Duran to make it a 3-run inning. And the Rangers did play to run in the bottom of the 12th. It was a sacrifice fly from the former Marlin Jake Berger, but George Soriano, he tied a bow on this thing and gave the Fish a win in 12. 1-1. Garcia with the roller over to third. Norby's got it. He throws on the run. It's on target. It's in time. And that is the ball game. Marlins survive a marathon. A 3-run 12th gives them the W. The Fish have won 8 of 9. They've won 4 in a row, and they get the win 6-4 in 12 innings on Friday night in Arlington over the Texas Rangers. That is how this one sounded. What a doozy it was. When we come back, we'll hear from the skipper, Clayton McCullough. 10th Inning Show continues next on the Marlins Radio Network.
AIDS.
Felt like I was in a Dr. Seuss book for a minute. First pitch to Liam Hicks. That one a ground ball. That's through the right side. That is a base hit. They're sending Marcy around third. He will come in to score. Throw comes back into the infield. Knocked down by the shortstop Tovar. And Augustine goes first at third. So an RBI single, and there is a free pass coming back to bite McCade Brown.
Luckily, it was a line drive that stayed over the head of Farmer.
First pitch to Javier Sanoja. That one hammered out to left and deep. Beck is back. That slams off the wall. Hernandez off on contact. He scores from second. Troy goes first to third. And Javier Sanoja blisters an RBI double to tie this game at 2 in the top of the 4th. Ready. Now the righty Brown gets the lefty hitting Marcy here. First pitch, Marcy with a roller left side of the infield. The shortstop Tovar, he's got it. He fires on the move. It is not in time, and a run comes in to score again. That is an RBI infield single for Marcy. It plates another, and Sanoja pushes to third. It's 3-2 Fish in the 4th. 30 home runs this year, 19 more than any other team in baseball. A 1 pitch, that one hit high in the sky, straight away center field. Doyle had to drift back a couple of steps. This will be deep enough to plate Burke. The throw goes to third. Sanoja chugs in there. Everybody up 90 feet. That is a sacrifice fly to give the Fish a 4-3 lead in the top of strikes. First woman to ever call balls and strikes in a big league ball game. 2-2. That one hit well left center field. Doyle and Beck converging. Brenton Doyle covers as much ground as anyone. He gets to that with ease on the track in left center, but that is plenty deep enough to play Pauly from third. It is out number 2, but a sacrifice fly gives the Fish some breathing room. 5-3 in the top of the 72 games, barring something crazy at the end of the year. 1-1. Augustine takes off. He sends one high in the air. Marlins get a win in 12, 6-4 on Friday night, the series opener over the Texas Rangers. What a win it was. What a moment to see the third base dugout call pitches all night long, particularly the first inning. Just a really cool sensation, and it worked. Just 4 hits for the Rangers in 12 innings. Let's hear from the skipper, Clayton McCullough, after this one.
And what kind of belief and resiliency does this team have to win this game tonight?
Just like what they've shown all year. They just hang in there, and we pitched outstanding tonight. And I guess, Junk able to go 7, 1 run there. And offensively, I mean, early on, so we really did a good job of we had some chances out there, and we couldn't really push anything across, the first portion of the game. And then we get the pinch hit homer from Javi to tie things up, and then I think we just kind of got rewarded some late in the game for I think we just having really good at bats throughout, and we're able to come through with some big hits with people on. But I think it's just how we see our guys compete. Every day is not a shot. To us, this is what they just how they go about it, and what a game.
How would you assess day one of calling pitches from the dugout?
I think the rhythm and timing of things went well, and both Liam and Navi were right on top of it, and got things in there, got it to our pitchers in a timely manner, and from that end, it was the mechanics of it were smooth.
And what made Junk so effective?
You've seen Junk. He's good. I mean, he's got a lot of weapons and the ability to change speeds, a couple different breaking balls. It's a good enough heater. Change up, and what you can count on is he's going to go out there and he's going to fill up the strike zone. And, so Junk's a good pitcher with multiple weapons.
It's like the chicken or for the egg situation? Did he pitch well because of the calls of like pitches to throw, or he had the good stuff and it made it easier to game plan?
I think we've seen Junk pitch well a lot of occasions, this year. So I think tonight he threw the ball incredibly well, and was in a very good rhythm with things. So look, we know that it's not always going to be the results that are going to dictate how you truly evaluate things. But I think tonight Junk, outside of all the other, he threw the ball really well and was able to execute at a high level with whatever pitch he was choosing from.
Back, I guess he was good enough to go. Just how did he look coming off the bench, and then he's good for tomorrow?
Yeah, he did today when he was going through his, took some swings in the cage and before the game, and felt much better today. And so was available in that way during the game, and believe, unless something, here different, I believe, he'll be able to start tomorrow. But, great to have him back and, come off and got a couple of hits.
How did you see that 12th inning materialize offensively with Marcy, Navarrado?
Marcy just is kind of what he's done, right? Verse right, like he just hangs in there very well, and I'm sure he's probably frustrated from the at-bat, in the previous inning, grounded out to third, but I think he just, like he's done. He moves past things quickly, and he got out there and, big RBI double, and then Navi, man, what a guy. I mean, I think this, it's hard not to appreciate and love Navi and the energy that he brings, and he's the ultimate teammate. So, again, when you go about things the correct way and you're just the type of teammate he is, you get rewarded for, baseball just finds a way of rewarding you. And our guys were, ecstatic for, the knock was a big one, but I think, Navi coming through like that was, even a bigger part of it.
And the importance of Soriano tonight.
Yeah, Sori was, that was amazing. It's hard to not give up a run in extra innings. And so for him to, get out of the 10th, Otto's play in the 10th was huge. Him and Norby there to knock out the first out, and then Sori get through that, give us a chance, and then go out there with some cushion in the 11th and do what you're supposed to do. Just go out there and fill it up and get outs.
Going back to Navi, decision to bring him in to the game.
I think made the decision for the pinch hit for Hicks, and with so it was that, and Navi, and certainly trusting his defense completely, that we just trying to pull any lever thought might give us a chance in a moment to win.
So I guess because the unique situation of tonight, starting just the mound visit with Cade, I guess how moving forward, what are those kind of for?
I think those are still that while our pitchers are going to continue to have the ability to shake, and then it's also if they shake off of something, just to just from especially some of the relievers to just a quick little. Sure, Daniel was just a quick bit of just a quick rundown of that hitter, and if you're going to want to go away from something, just keep these things in mind.
Did tonight go as smooth as you could have thought?
I mean, honestly, it didn't. After a few innings, wasn't even really noticing it. So I think that our catchers and staff, getting this up and going tonight, really prepared each other well for it, and went out and were able to execute.
Thanks, Clayton. All right. Cool to hear from Clayton McCullough. I mean, after a couple innings, you just don't really think about it, and you committed to, I guess, muscle memory, and you just let that puppy go. And man, it was cool to see that novel concept kind of come to fruition here, and it results in a Fish win in 12 innings, 6-4 over the Texas Rangers. Steven talked to the catcher, Liam Hicks, after this one. Hicks caught, and he was receiving these calls from a lone Leishman all night. Curious to hear this. Here's Liam.
Hicksy, just what was it, I guess, like being part of something as, I don't want to say historic, maybe to be dramatic, but to have a moment like tonight where you have someone calling pitches from the dugout?
I mean, kind of just felt like a normal game, really. I don't really think it changes too much. Still a lot of conversations between innings with the catcher and pitcher. There's still that relationship there. So, I mean, it's cool. I'm glad we got the win.
What was the comfort level between you and Junk?
It was really, really comfortable. I mean, yeah, I've caught Junk the last couple outings, and I mean, he's really fun to catch. He fills up the zone. He's got 4 different pitches that he can throw for strikes. So it's easy to call pitches for him for sure.
You guys have to shake off anytime?
No, I don't think Junk shook at all. I don't think anyone did really.
Well, what can you learn as a catcher from the way this process is now, just in terms of game calling or just observing the game?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's certain situations. Obviously, they can see they got heat maps, they got certain things on the bench that you might not see, that you might not have access to in real time in the game. And then there's also times where I see things that maybe they don't see. So I think that's why the communication between innings is huge. But yeah, it's definitely, come into the dugout and talk and say, why'd you think that pitch? Why'd you choose that one? So it's good.
How do you think this could benefit other parts of your game as well? Maybe and Clayton mentioned earlier, maybe like one less thing for you guys to worry about as young catchers. But
Yeah. I I enjoy the pitcher catcher relationship, so I think that's huge. But yeah, definitely could be less stress. You just got out, you just had to bat that inning. You don't have as much time to maybe go over the next 3 hitters and get completely locked in. So having someone there to help you and that's going to devote all their time to that, definitely could help.
Is there any emotions going up against a team that drafted you?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I know quite a few guys over there. Obviously, was in spring training with them last year, so know some of the staff, and great people over there. It's the team I got drafted by, so it's pretty cool.
All right, that was Liam Hicks after this one, and Liam, I don't even know if it's like underselling. We might be overselling the impact of a lone Leishman calling pitches here, but you know what? He got it done. And Liam Hicks was the catcher for this one tonight, and the Fish get a win. We will step aside 2 minutes. We'll take one more break. 10th Inning Show concludes next on the Marlins Radio Network.
Stab the slider away. But if you get me with a fastball in, I'm going to hammer you.
1-2, a line shot into center. That drops in for a base hit. They're sending Wags, and Moniak's throw back into second. Eric Wagaman, the speed demon, in from second base. That's an RBI single for Dane Myers, and the Fish open scoring. It's 1-0 in the top of the second. Pitch to Liam Hicks. That one smashed high in the air out to right. Freeman is back. He's looking up, and it's gone. Hicksy goes yard, right center field, into the Rocky bullpen, and the 2-run shot flips the scoreboard. 3-2 Miami in the top of the third. It's Liam's 6th home run on the year. You got to draft it. Otto, he tomahawks a ball high in the air out to left. No doubt about this one. It's flirting with the concourse in left center. Back-to-back jacks for the Fish. And Otto with home run number 15. A moonshot. 446. And it's 4-2 Fish in the third. 41 and 112. Payoff pitch. Bouncing ball left side. That is through the vacated left side of the infield for a base hit. Marcy scores. Beck's throw goes to second, so Augustine scores as well. It's a 2-run single for Liam Hicks. He's got a 4 RBI day, and he doubles the Marlins' advantage. It's 6-2 in the top of the 7th.
I was hoping that there wasn't a ground ball hit to that side.
First pitch to Troy Johnston, lined into straightaway center. That's in for a base hit. Moniak did not get a great read on that. He's got to play it on his backhand, and that allows Wagaman to score from second. So it's an RBI single for Troy Johnston. So he drills the ball high in the air, left center field. Beck is back. He's looking up, and that thing flies out of here. Heriberto Hernandez just drilled another baseball. Great win for the Fish. 6-4 in 12 innings. The Marlins get the win over the Texas Rangers. And the best part about baseball, we do the same thing tomorrow at 6:05, baby. Jack Leiter gets the ball for Texas. Just learned about that a couple of minutes ago. He will take on Adam Mazur. Mazur 0-4 with a 4.85 ERA. Still hunts his first win in a Marlins uniform. Jack Leiter 9-9 with a 3.82. He is the son of the former Fish for a moment, Al Leiter. Again, 6:05 first pitch. Steve-O hits the air with Marlins on deck at 5:30 on WIOD. Fox Sports 940 is occupied with Gator football, so we are on IOD tomorrow. Humongous thank you to Ahmed Jordan. I thought we were going to get him out of here before midnight Eastern, but not the case at 12:22. Thank you so much for your work tonight, Ahmed. For Steven Strom, for Gabby Sanchez, I'm Jack McMullen saying so long. Fish win in 12, 6-4 over the Texas Rangers. This has been a presentation of Miami Marlins baseball on the Marlins Radio Network.
#1 on your car radio preset hand, the new and improved